Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's staying warm this morning. I know it's really cold here. Sorry if you can hear my heater on the background. Can't help it, guys. It's cold back here. Hey, Keisha. Good morning. Let me see who else is in here. Support Hero loves Akitas. 100% lie made up for use by AD. He's trolling. Yeah, he may be. Hey, Lisa. Cement Shoes. Verbal, Very Merry, Keisha, of course, Faithful One. Good morning. So this morning, I came across an interesting article about Chris Watts. And it's funny, someone left me a comment before my stream began about Armchair Detective because his name is actually mentioned in this article by the Daily Mail. And this article is basically Chris's prison pal, Dylan Tallman. The Daily Mail interviewed his fiance. And it's a crazy story, y'all. I'm going to read it to y'all. Not all of it because it's really long. And we don't need to read the part about what Chris Watts did to his family. We all know what he did. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Hope you're staying warm. It's already snowed in Cheryl's area. It'll be snowing here soon. But anyways, this lady that is dating Chris's prison pal actually goes on Armchair Detective's live stream. Her name is, let me go find it. It's Krista. I know I'm not going to pronounce this right. Oh, let me find it. Richello or something. Let me go find it here. Richello. I think that's how you say it. Let me just pull this up. I'm going to screen share it. I'm going to give everybody a second to get in here. I hear my door opening. So, is everyone ready for Thanksgiving? I can't believe it's already Thanksgiving. Hey, Southern Mom. Good morning. Oh, yeah. I just want to remind channel members that we have a Google Meet tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Try to make it. I'm going to try to get out to the Dollar Tree today and get me a craft to do while we're sitting there just chatting. Hey, Amber White. Hi, beautiful. Love from Australia. Thank you for what you do. Well, thank you, Amber, for the lovely comment. I appreciate that. So sweet. Hey, Sapphire. I see you got your Sunny Rooster mug. I hope you like it. They are a little bit small, or at least mine was when I ordered my sample. I'm going to try to redo them and make some better ones. But I hope you like it. I actually like the smaller cups because I don't waste as much coffee. Okay. So Dylan Tallman, Chris's prison pal, his fiance, after this ad's coming in, is saying that they are not lovers. Dylan and Chris Watts are not lovers. They're just friends. I'm going to read this to y'all. This is going to blow y'all mind, some of the things that said here. Well, it blew my mind. Hey, Misty. It says, wife, baby killer. What does that mean? Wife and baby killer. Oh, yeah, he's a wife killer. Wife and baby killer. Chris Watts has been disciplined and separated from his brother in spirit. Really? Brother in spirit? After prison guards found his underwear and a jar of Vaseline and baby oil in another man's cell. But the inmate's fiance insists Watts was only helping out his friend. Well, you know, I hate Chris Watts, but I believe he was just helping him out too. Both Watts and his prison pal, Dylan Tallman, who's 32, were punished in July after Watts' possessions were found in Tallman's cell. It was revealed last week. Reports suggest the discovery showed the two were having sex while in prison. I don't think it shows that at all. Vaseline, people use that for their lips, for their skin. The media makes too much out of things sometimes. The discovery forced authorities to separate the two jailbirds, who had grown close as they served out their sentences in adjoining rooms. But Krista Riccello, Tallman's fiance, tells DailyMail.com in an exclusive interview that Watts and Tallman are merely good friends who found each other in prison. They are not lovers. I can definitely prove that my fiance is not gay, and neither is Chris Watts, Krista Riccello, 42, said. Well, how can you prove that? Now, how can that be proven? She says, and I do not believe that force of circumstance because they were locked up led them to have any sexual contact. Those accusations are just crazy, and I just have to laugh at it, she added. Riccello explained that Watts and her fiance are now finding life hard in prison following their separation. Well, they must have been pretty damn tight. Krista, who lives in East Haven, Connecticut, is planning to marry career criminal Dylan Tallman as soon as he's released from Dodge Correctional Institution in Wisconsin. Really, lady? Have you never watched Love After Lockup? It's not all sunshine and rainbows, let me tell you. Why anyone would want to marry a career criminal is beyond me. She must never date a bad boy, for she wouldn't want one. Okay, let's go down here. So let me go back up. So there's Dylan, and we're going to look at some of his pictures where he's trying to be all thuggish. And here is this Krista Riccello lady, and she is a psychologist, it says. She's a psychologist, and she goes on the Armchair Detective show. She says, I know both Chris and Dylan, and I know their relationship. They are friends. They are very close, but that is all it is, she said. Krista wrote to Chris Watts after he was sentenced to 5 life sentences plus 84 years for the 2018 murder of his 15-week pregnant wife, Shanann, and their 2 daughters, Bella, 4, Celeste, 3, in Colorado. But the killer received so much mail from the female admirers, he passed her letter on to his friend Dylan Tallman. So she originally started out writing to Chris Watts, but he gave the letter to Dylan, allegedly in return for a cinnamon bun and a packet of ramen noodles. Now, Krista Riccello denies that there was any such trade. Lady, how do you know? He's cuffed and stuffed behind bars. You don't know what's going on. Riccello is a clinical psychologist who specializes in sexual abuse and trauma cases. Really? So she's supposed to advocate for victims. Chris Watts is no victim. Okay. Sexual abuse trauma cases. And she said she worked inside the Connecticut prison system, but she had to quit due to her lupus, the same disease that Shanann Watts suffered from. She is convinced Chris Watts was railroaded into his guilty plea and that he was not involved in the killings of his wife, daughters, and unborn son. Well, lady, who freaking did it? A ghost? Did a ghost kill him? Did a ghost drive the girls to the crap, I can't think of it. The whale site? Was it called Survey 19? He did that. He admitted to killing Cece in front of Bella. He admitted to what her last words were to him, like, Daddy, please no, if we can believe him. Sorry, guys, I'm not, hey, Captain Obvious. Damn them ramen noodles. I know, I can't stand those things. And you know what? Those make people fat. You eat a lot of those in jail, you're going to get fat. Okay. This is what she said. I watched the videos of Chris Watts with his children and his wife. It was really difficult for me to believe clinically that he was capable of committing that crime. Lady, what more proof do you want? This man killed his wife, his pregnant wife, and his 2 daughters. I sure wouldn't want her to be my psychologist. She's freaking delusional. She needs to get her own psychologist, her own damn therapist or something. I wrote to him regarding getting the truth out. I told him to keep fighting and let him know that there are people that support him, said Riccello, a regular guest on Armchair Detective, a British YouTube show that pushes the unfounded theory that Christopher Watts did not act alone. Dylan Tallman, who has been in and out of prison throughout his adult life, wrote her back within a week, and they started a correspondence that led him to proposing over the summer. Get the freak out of here. You've got to be kidding me. She must. I'm going to tell you what, these women that are attracted to these hardened criminals and these killers, they got something bad wrong with them. They're missing something on the inside or something. Come on now. That's what I'm saying, Amber. Good grief. Get real. Okay, so he proposed over the summer. Richello now sometimes refers to herself as Krista Tallman, although she has not legally changed her name. She told DailyMail.com that she traveled to Wisconsin to meet Dylan Tallman 3 times before the COVID pandemic shut down visits. Since then, she has relied on Zoom meetings, phone calls, and more than 100 letters to keep in touch. Because, you know, guys, you can really get to know someone visiting them in jail 3 times and talking on Zoom, right? You can really get to know them, get to know them so to the point, so much that, you're getting engaged to them. Get the freak out of here. We all know what she's doing. It's my opinion. She wanted close to Christopher Watts. She tried. She tried to get him to write her. She sent him a letter. He was like, hell no. He passed it on, traded her letter for some ramen noodles. And she ended up with Dylan. And, just theory in my opinion on it. They could be in love. But I think she's like, hey, can't get Chris, so I'm going to get Dylan. The closest thing to Chris in prison, right? What's she after? She must have never watched Love After Lockup. Most of those relationships, some of them last, but most of the time they don't because, once they're out of prison, I don't know, they just act different. And some of them have that, oh my gosh, what's the word, guys? Where people stay in prison or in hospitals so long, they kind of get used to it and they would rather be, I don't know. I can't think of the word. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. They feel more comfortable incarcerated than they do on the outside. Hey, Turquoise Kitten, hun, do these women get benefits from marrying inmates? Health insurance specifically? Institutionalized is the word. Some of these people get institutionalized. And then they have a hard time adjusting to the outside. I don't think they get any kind of benefits, Turquoise Kitten. I don't know who in the world would want a bad boy. My ex, he has been in prison for 10 years now. I had a bad boy. I would never have another one. Nothing but trouble. Okay, so here is this incident report where they found, Chris Watts' items in his cell. Chris allegedly admitted to it. That is against the rules to share your commissary. Let's see what else it says about these weirdos. Oh, yeah, let's look at some of these pictures. This one looks like a real winner. Yeah, I'd rush to marry him, lady. You got a college degree. Don't you know no better than that? What? He's like 30-some years old. He's probably using this lady. They could have true love. Who knows? It says Tallman was placed in solitary confinement and lost phone privileges for 4 weeks for the infringement. Watts lost his phone privileges for 2 weeks and was barred from buying commissary items for 4 weeks. Don't y'all think it's a little weird that this woman wrote to Chris Watts and she's on someone's live stream show all the time? And then Chris Watts wouldn't write her back and passed her letter on to his buddy. Let's see what else it's just. Oh, right here. I don't know if it's showing this. Yeah, it is. Okay, so right here is what Dylan Tallman sent to, what's her name? Krista. And it is that's his collaboration with Chris Watts on their devotional book, like prayer devotional book. This is what he wants the outside to look like with the crowd. Are you, y'all serious? Do y'all think anyone wants to read daily devotionals by Chris Watts, a man who murdered his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters? Oh, that's real inspiring, huh? I can't really see what this says, but it says, the top of it says, it was wrote by Chris Watts, 5'11", 20. I put up walls taller than a fortified city. They are strongholds I've allowed the enemy to put in my mind. And that's all I can see. Something, the foundation of fear, of insecurities. Oh, yeah, you're a real insecure person. That's for sure. That's for sure. There's something to that for sure. She's getting fame or name recognition out of it. Yes, if you look at her name right now on Google, there are several articles about her and Dylan Tallman. I can't believe any strong, independent woman, educated woman with a degree would want to marry a career criminal. Maybe she thinks he's changed or something. Just because someone's in prison don't make them a bad person. Actually, Dylan doesn't have any violent crimes, I don't think, against him. I think he maybe stole a car or something. I guess you could consider that violent. I mean, people in prison don't make them like they're horrible people, some of them. But still, what does she want with him? Like 10 years younger than her. I mean, I don't know. It just don't make sense. Here she is, a guest on the Armchair Detective show on a regular basis, it looks like. And she originally set out writing to Chris Watts. And that didn't work. So next best thing was Dylan Tallman, his prison pal. And look, she actually talks to Cindy Watts and everything now. I cannot believe this woman thinks that he didn't murder his family based on some home videos. Are you freaking for real? I mean, common sense. Yeah, people are going to be nice on videos when there's people around and stuff. That doesn't mean that he didn't freaking murder his entire family. What the hell is wrong with her? Okay, let's see what else it says. These people get my blood boiling. What in the world? Okay. Now, this is what she's saying about Dylan. He's delightful. He's just great. He's wonderful, she gushed. I feel comfortable enough with Dylan to be able to marry him and jump right into a relationship. I've gotten to know him very, very well. Really? How well can you really get to know someone when they're behind bars and you're just having a few Zoom meetings? Like I said, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It's going to be different when he's actually out of prison and y'all are living together. She says, I know Dylan is not gay because of the relationship he and I have. We have talked about our plans for the future, said Richello, a divorcee who has no children. I would love to start a family with Dylan. I only have a few years left. Lady, you better get on the ball. You're like 40-some years old. She says, I have no problem with homosexuality at all, but Dylan is heterosexual and Christopher is heterosexual. I can assure you there was no sexual relationship between them. Well, like they're really going to tell you, lady, if there was. Oh, yeah, we just got through having sex in the cell, lady. No. Okay, it says, she said that Watts and Tallman had adjoining one-man cells inside Dodge. They discovered they could hear each other if they spoke into an electrical outlet in the wall that separated them, which they dubbed the Holy Outlet. She said both of them have turned to religion inside the maximum security prison. Yeah, they got jailhouse religion. I could, just about bet my life that Dylan's not going to carry on with this when he's out of prison. I mean, he might try to get this book published, but we all know why they're latched on to Christopher Watts. For fame. For a few minutes of fame. I wouldn't even call it fame. I don't know what the hell you call it. Yeah, it does sound like she's lonely, and I don't mean to be so judgmental. I just cannot believe that she actually thinks that Chris Watts didn't kill his family. Which, that's her opinion, I'm not even going to say I respect that opinion. I'm just going to say I think that's just ridiculous for anyone to say if they know the facts of this case. She's living in la la land, y'all. Telling you, she needs to see her own psychologist, therapist, something fast. See what else she says. According to the internal prison documents reviewed by Daily Mail, the other items include petroleum jelly, candy soap. What in the hell? Oh, candy and soap. I thought it said candy soap. I was going to be like, what in the hell is that? Candy soap, Q-tips, cocoa butter, Carmex lip balm, secret deodorant. I don't know why they're using female deodorant, but to each their own. Coffee, body powder, post-it notes, a black Sharpie, lotion, and baby oil. Damn, Chris, why didn't you just give him every damn thing that you had? All those items had to cost a pretty penny off the prison commissary. Now, come on. Says Tallman was placed in solitary confinement, lost phone privileges for 4 weeks for the infringement. Watts lost his phone privileges for 2 weeks and was barred from buying commissary items for 4 weeks. The petroleum jelly is Vaseline, Richella said. It's definitely not lube. It's Vaseline. And the boxers were brand new and clean. They weren't ones that Chris had used. Look, I know the media made a big deal out of it, but, we all know. I think most of us agreed that he was just being nice. As much as I hate Chris Watts, I'd like for it to be something else, but it's not. It's not. It's very common for inmates to share commissary or trade commissary. Were they aware that they were not supposed to do it? Of course, but it's hygiene items. It was nothing serious. We all need to brush our teeth. We all need to shower. We need deodorant. We need lotion. We need Q-tips. These are all normal items to have. Well, why didn't you send your man some commissary money? Real. He could have bought his own items. Okay, so here's a better picture of this. What is it? 40-day devotional. Oh, devotional. Sorry, they got bad handwriting. So that's supposed to be the book cover. Everybody's going to buy this book. Everybody's going to buy it. See if we can see it any better. I don't even like talking about Chris Watts. I'm not a person that likes to talk about him a lot. But if something's in the news, I like to share it with y'all. And I just thought it was pretty funny. The media made a big deal out of him loaning some boxers and some hygiene products. Then I saw this morning, and I thought it was really interesting because this lady actually goes on Armchair Detective show. And what made it more interesting is she started out by writing Chris Watts. That's how she ended up with her young convict husband. Hey, Max Power. Good morning to anyone that I miss. Oh, is Jen in here? Hey, hon. Is Watts here? No, he's not engaged. Carolina girl. His friend, Dylan Tallman, is engaged to this lady, Krista Richello, who actually started out by writing Chris Watts, but Watts passed her letter on to his prison pal, Dylan. They said that they exchanged from, he got some Roman noodles in return for the letter, giving the letter to Dylan. And now this Richello woman and Dylan Tallman are engaged, going to get married. Oh, Jenny, I was going to ask you if you had a link to your Discord. You may not want people in there. I was just going to ask. Oh, thanks, CC. I was confused. It is confusing. It is. And Carolina girl, this lady is a psychologist. She deals with trauma and sexual abuse. And she thinks Chris is innocent. She thinks someone else killed his family. Like, who in the hell does she think done it? Nicole Kessinger? I know a lot of people think she was involved. Oh, you need my Discord number? Okay, let me pause a minute because I've been running my mouth a mile a minute. I get all worked up over these cases, y'all. Let me go get an invite here. Hurry up, phone. Okay, let me get it. Anybody can join this. You don't have to be a channel member. Someone the other day left me a comment. They didn't know they had to join to chat, and I think they're really confused because you don't got to join anything to come into the live streams in the mornings. The join button's just a way to, support the creator. Let me see. What's Keisha saying? Did I miss something, Keisha? If I did, I'm sorry. Yeah, that link should take y'all to it. So what do y'all think about this bullcrap? Does anyone want to call in and give their opinion or anything? I wanted to start doing some things like that because I'm bad like to jump from one crime case to the next. And I do that because I don't have a lot of time in the mornings. But I've been thinking about starting this where I share the stream a yard link. And then someone can come up and, give their opinion on the case that we're talking about. If you want to. You don't got to have your camera on. It would be nice if I could see it on before I added you to the stream, and then you could cut it off before I added you because we got showed a butt one time on here. Well, several different times. Y'all remember the hairy butt bandit. Hey, Austin. Good morning. I'm glad you made it. Did that link not work, guys? Yeah, anyone that wants to join the Discord, you can. Let me see if that works. And then there's the StreamYard link if anyone wants to come up and give their thoughts on Christopher Watts and his new prison pal and prayer book. I kind of got cracked up that they said that, I know I'm being mean, but it was like, oh, they were having a hard time adjusting to not being around each other. Wah, wah, cry me a river. Hey, Callie, good morning. How are you doing? Carolina girl. Oh my God, I forgot about the bandit. I can never forget about the hairy butt bandit. He struck me 2 or 3 times up here. Y'all remember that time he was in his damn lingerie? He had on women's lingerie and stockings one time. I mean, crap, if I'm going to go around showing my butt to people, at least wax it, I'd at least wax it. Come on. All right, hold on a minute, guys. I got to shut my door here. Okay, sorry. Mark's letting the dogs in and out, and it's getting on my nerves. Cement shoes almost threw up in my mouth. Well, if you didn't see the hairy butt bandit strike me, you can see it on Do You Know the Muffin Man's channel. It happened not this past Halloween, but the Halloween before. No, I didn't find out who it was, but I have a pretty good idea of who it was. I just can't say because I don't got no proof, but I just know that's who it was. Bye, Jenny. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good day. Okay. Hey, Mac. Good morning. How are you? So what else? If anyone doesn't want to come up and talk about stupid Chris Watts, then I'm going to share some good news with y'all, which y'all probably already heard. And that good news is the little missing 9-year-old from Tennessee, Jordan Gorman, was found safe and sound yesterday. He was found by a river like 3/4 of a mile from home. He had found a tarp beside the river and was using that for shelter. This kid had no shoes on or anything. And I don't know why I didn't think about this yesterday, but I actually ran away from home when I was just a little bit older than him and only stayed gone like an hour because it was cold outside. And I actually did have like a coat on, shoes, all that, but it was just so cold. I came home. I remember my papa laughing at me. But I just find it very strange that this little boy didn't go back home after he got mad. Allegedly, he got mad at his mom and took off walking. Um, I'm glad that they found him. There's nothing wrong with him besides being cold and hungry. Um, but, I just keep thinking, what is going on in that house that made this little boy leave and not come back? Maybe he was afraid to come back thinking he would get in trouble. Maybe there's nothing going on at that home. But I'm just always real suspicious. Now, the people that adopted him, they're supposed to be good Christian people. Yesterday, I got some information confused just because of the way it was written, and I thought that Jordan was actually their son's child that had got killed in a car wreck. No, no, no. Their son got killed when he was in his early 20s, and then years later, they adopted Jordan and his siblings. But the way they had that written yesterday in the same sentence, it came off as like he was their son's kid. Yes, I'm so glad that they found him. Let's see, there's some pictures of the tarp and stuff. There he is. It says cold and hungry, but otherwise in pretty good spirits. I mean, they were about to give up. They thought this was going to be like, instead of a search effort, like a recovery, they were going to be recovering a body. Thank God it ended well. It says, here's a picture of the creek bed where Jordan Gorman was found, approximately 3/4 of a mile as the crow flies from his home. What? As the crow flies from his home. Jordan said he found the blue tarp and built it himself, the shelter where rescuers found him. I gotta read that again. He was found 3/4 a mile as the crow flies from his home. I'm not getting that. Maybe it'll hit me later. I'm not understanding it. Jordan was last seen at his home on Sunday off of Valley View Road in Cheatham County at around noon. The boy's parents reportedly said he was upset after an argument and ran off. Jordan's sister said she last saw him on Sunday standing at the end of the family's driveway, possibly without shoes. During a Tuesday morning press conference before the boy was found, authorities feared that the search would become a recovery effort. Hold on just a minute, guys. Oh gosh, there's another dog trying to get in my door, guys. Lady Justice Survivor. As the crow flies means distance. Yeah, that means distance. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I am from the country and I have never heard that saying before, and that's so strange that I don't know that. Anyways, I hope this little boy, they get him in like therapy. I think he needs some counseling or something. I think they should just not mess with the family, but just make sure that everything is okay in the home, because he did like run away and he didn't come back home when he got cold. That's kind of strange to me. Like I said, I ran away once. I was about 11. I took a blanket with me and I was back home within an hour. It's in the US. Yeah. I never heard that. Well, you learn something new every day. Let me see what else. Let me get back over here. Um, yeah, it says Jordan's parents lost their 24-year-old son to a car crash in 2011. Since then, they've been adopting children, including Jordan and 4 other children. Jordan's father, Mark Gorman, reportedly told his pastor that he couldn't take losing another child. Jordan is currently at the hospital undergoing a medical evaluation. Afterward, he will be reunited with his parents. I think before he's reunited, they need to check out, make sure everything's okay. That's just my opinion. I know I can be too protective and overreact sometimes, but I mean, I just find that strange that he ran away from home, no freaking shoes on. Um, it's cold in the 30s there, not that far from home, and he didn't come back. Could have been out of fear. Maybe he thought he'd get in trouble, even though he wasn't going to be in trouble. I don't know. It's just weird, guys. It's just weird. It's just my opinion, too. Oh yeah, I was going to tell y'all. I found out what happened to that weirdo Christian Bruckner, the new suspect in Madeleine McCann's case. Another inmate attacked him. They had brought him for a court hearing. They had him like in a holding cell. I guess there was other inmates around, and someone attacked him and broke his ribs, broke two of his ribs. You know, which I'm not feeling that bad for him, anyways. I wouldn't have, I mean, I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody, not even these freaking monsters. Because if you wish something bad on somebody, it could come back on you, right? But like, I have no sympathy for this guy. Whether he's responsible for Madeleine McCann's disappearance or not, the facts are he is a convicted pedophile, convicted rapist. I think a lady I think she does videos on Chris Watts. Run away from home is not a sign unless it's a dog or cat who wanted to escape. When a child runs away from home, they usually have it too good at home. Yeah, that can happen. Verbal, I don't wish for, but karma's bit. Yeah, I don't wish bad things on people, even these freaking convicted killers and stuff. It's just not in my personality. And my granny always said, when you say things bad about people or wish it on them, it will come back on you. So, yeah, but there wasn't, let me see if I can pull this up. He really didn't say too much about it, just that he was attacked. Someone broke his ribs. And then after I pulled that up, I'm going to talk about that case in Pennsylvania. I just seen something go up about it. You know, the case where the two kids were found hanging from a dog cable from the rafters? And their mom tried to act like, the little boy had hung his sister and then hung himself. And really, she killed him, allegedly. Yeah, there's a little update about that. I think she's going to be going for an insanity defense. She's the mom that was, they found pictures on her computer. She was doing like bestiality, nasty crap like that. People are such freaking weirdos, y'all. For real. The world's scary. Let me see. Right here it is. Let me just look and see if Christian had any more broken bones besides ribs. I'm still watching the Madeleine McCann documentary on Netflix. Having trouble getting into it, just to be honest. I'll start watching and walk away from it. Okay. It says 43-year-old Christian Bruckner was in a courthouse in Braunschweig, I think I said that right, Germany, awaiting a hearing on a case unrelated to Madeleine McCann's disappearance when he was attacked by an unidentified person. The Mirror reports he was in a holding cell in the courthouse at the time of the alleged assault and suffered multiple broken ribs. Paparazzi surrounded the scene as he was loaded into the ambulance. Like I said, I got no sympathy for him. But I do wish that they would come out with some hardcore evidence that connects him to Madeleine's disappearance. I hope they're not trying to use him as a scapegoat, really. So Christian was treated at an emergency room and reported back for the hearing later Monday. The convicted pedophile and rapist has a long criminal history. and has not been formally charged in Madeleine's 2007 disappearance, though prosecutors in multiple counties have said he is the prime suspect in her disappearance, but also that it is unlikely the girl is still alive. Now, it's unlikely Madeleine's still alive, but you know what? I always say this: anything is possible. I try to keep an open mind about everything because, in true crime, you just don't never know. So many twists and turns it can take. So I try to keep an open mind. Now, I see there's a deleted message. Lady Justice, you're welcome to chat with us, but we don't, we all get along here, and we all got different opinions, and we don't, go at one another for it. I don't know what happened because I was talking, but, everybody's welcome, but we have to be nice, okay? So I'll ask. Now, okay. Let me pull up something here. This case right here is very disturbing. Let me get these kids' names. They always slip my mind. I know it's Brinley. Connor and Brinley Snyder. Their mom, is accused of murdering them, and she's trying to take the insanity defense. I mean, she may be insane. Hell, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but seems like this was pretty premeditated to me. Lawyers for mother accused of hanging her children by dog cable in a basement filed for insanity defense. And there's Connor and Brinley. She actually she called 911, and on the 911 call, she was telling the operator that Connor had been bullied at school and had been depressed. She was trying to put the murders, make it out like it was a murder-suicide. Pennsylvania woman facing murder and bestiality charges plans to plead insane, according to a motion filed by her defense attorneys. The Morning Call reports that the defense lawyers for Lisa Snyder filed a 43-page motion at the Berks County Courthouse last week, confirming they plan to seek an insanity defense. They also asked for the bestiality charge to be separated from the case, claiming that it will impermissibly inflame the passions of and unfairly prejudice the jury. Snyder is facing murder charges in connection with the deaths of her children, Connor, age 8, and Brinley, age 4. She also faces charges of animal cruelty, sexual intercourse with a dog, tampering with evidence, and child negligence. Y'all remember, right after the kids were found hanging, after they were found deceased, she got rid of that dog. And we kept trying to figure out, why would she get rid of the kids' dogs that quick? And then it came out that there was video and pictures of her on her computer doing dirty things with that dog. Oh gosh, what a sicko. And I think she actually, the dog cable that was used to hang the kids, she had just purchased that. Okay, prosecutors indicated that the crimes meet the threshold of aggravating factors required in the state for a capital case, meaning that they intend to seek the death penalty should Snyder be found guilty. Snyder called 911 on September 23rd, 2019 at around 4:30 p.m. Said she felt her children hanging inside the basement of their Berks County home. After police arrived, they found the children still in the basement hanging by a dog cable. They also found 2 dining room chairs found tipped over in the basement, around 3 feet apart from each other. After calling 911, Lisa Snyder never returned back to the basement. First responders rushed the children to the hospital, but both subsequently passed away. And they passed away, I believe, within a few minutes of one another. Lisa Snyder reportedly said Connor was being bullied at school and had threatened suicide in the past. She allegedly said the boy lost over 20 pounds since starting back to school because of taunts about his weight. She then claimed Connor hanged himself and his sister because he didn't want to die alone, according to a 911 dispatch call. Yes, I remember her saying that in that 911 call now. This has been so long ago. Um, we're not going to listen to the 911 call. It's kind of long, but I will put the link to this in the chat. Let me copy it. Snyder allegedly claimed that Connor came home from school on the day in question and said he wanted to build a fort in the basement. She said the boy asked to use a dog leash cable that was sitting on the dining room table. Snyder said she had bought the dog cable the day prior and that it arrived in the mail on the same day Connor asked to borrow it. Afterwards, she said she went to smoke a cigarette outside, and when she walked back in, she found the children unconscious. Snyder's arrest affidavit, however, paints a different version of events. Snyder is accused of searching online for carbon monoxide in a car, how long to die, and hanging yourself. She also searched for almost got away with it several times, apparently in reference to a popular investigation discovery show. The ID channel, yeah. On the day the children were found in the basement, Snyder made another online search for does a hybrid car produce carbon monoxide. School officials, students, and family members indicated that Connor was a happy child and never said anything about being bullied. On the day he died, he didn't appear to be under any distress after he got off his school bus, according to security footage obtained by investigators. Now, my son, Connor's picture always reminds me of my son. My son is a bigger made kid, big made kid, and he's never been bullied at school. Just because kids have weight problems don't mean they're always bullied. I guess it's just according. According to authorities, Snyder explained that she tried to lift her 40-pound daughter from the dog cable but started sweating due to anxiety spikes and couldn't save her. She tried to lift Connor, who weighed around 150 pounds, but she also failed to get him down. Well, I guess she wasn't thinking, but I mean, if that was true, if that story was true, she could have used wire cutters. I mean, if they were around. I would agree that we all may think that a mother whose children were found hanging would make every effort possible to save them. That was not done in this situation. Investigators interviewed an occupational therapist who worked with Connor at his school, helping him with poor dexterity skills, something like that. I can't say that word. The therapist indicated it would have been highly difficult for Connor to hang himself, as he would have had problems with the clasp. Oh. So he would have had trouble using that dog cable because of the clasp. Adams added that Snyder told a friend she was depressed and through with being a mother. Prior to the children's death, Snyder reportedly told a friend that she couldn't get out of bed and didn't care about her children anymore. I don't know there is any explanation for her behavior at all. I don't think I can stand up here nor anyone and explain the horrific loss of two innocent children's lives. Yeah, I mean, you just can't explain it. I mean, it's just so awful. Oh my goodness. What's going on in the chat? This is in Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, people, don't be rude in my chat. This is a different type of YouTube channel than most people are used to. So I'm just going to say that we don't come at each other in this chat. My subscribers don't come at me when I get stuff wrong. We all get along. We all respect each other's opinions. You know, not everybody agrees with everything that I say. I don't agree with everything my subscribers say, but you know what? We respect each other and we go on about our business. That's the way it's done here. And if you can't do that, then you can't chat. It's that simple. I'm a nice person, and the people in my chat are nice. And I would, you know, I expect my newcomers to be nice too. What's so hard with that? Goodness gracious. Okay. So I just want to add that Lisa Snyder's charges in connection to the animal abuse stem from online conversations she had with someone nicknamed Daddy. Oh, how sick. Police allege that Snyder sent Daddy photos of a black and white dog performing oral sex on her. I didn't even want to say that out loud. I hate even saying that in front of my poor little dog sitting here. God almighty, can you believe that someone would do something with an animal? Can you believe someone would kill their kids? I mean, first of all, can you believe someone would kill their kids? No. And then the animal stuff, she's a sick individual. She probably is insane. You'd have to have something bad wrong with you to kill your kids and to let an animal do dirty things to you. Okay. She's also accused of taking a photo of the dog while he laid on his back. Snyder's hand was resting on the dog's private area. So I'm going to say that. The lawyers, okay, it says, according to a new document filed, Snyder's lawyers claim that their client has a history of severe mental issues, which date back to the age 16. Mental conditions listed include anxiety and severe depression with psychotic features that result in suicidal ideations. I think it says that. The lawyer wrote Snyder thought her children were being harmed by others and wanted to protect them from pain and abandonment. Oh, that's bullcrap. She wanted rid of her kids. She told her friend she didn't want to be a mother anymore. And then the sicko weirdo tried to blame it on little Connor, like he killed his sister and then killed himself because he didn't want to die alone. She is one disturbed individual. So she remains behind bars without bail. Her next court date is scheduled for February 12th, 2021. We're going to be following this case because, when this first happened, we followed it. I don't know if y'all remember. Oh, here's Lisa. Lisa Snyder. She's a real weirdo. Can't believe she killed her two kids. Now she has another kid, a teen that's older than Connor, of course, and Brindley. I don't think he was home at the time. Now, when this first came out, she said that she was going out like doing errands, came home and found Connor and Brindley hanging. And I kept thinking to myself, like, who leaves their little 8-year-old and their little girl home alone like that? Especially if you're saying that, your son has been depressed, made suicidal threats and stuff. Hey, Light Feather, don't forget about our Google Meet tonight. I hope you can make it. Anyways, thank you, Austin. Thank you. Hey, I try to respect everybody. I really do. I know that lady's channel. I know that she does support. I don't know if you would call it support Christopher Watts, kind of. I don't know what she was saying in the chat. I was trying to be nice and respectful because that's just the way I am. But my mods know what to do if someone's being disrespectful. You can't chat because we all try to get along here. Even if we got different opinions, like some of y'all in the chat think that Nicole Kessinger was involved with the murders, and I respect that. I don't think that, but I respect that, and I don't argue back and forth with y'all, and y'all don't me. I respect that, and I respect that lady's opinion, what she thinks. I don't agree with it, but I respect it, and I wouldn't go to her channel and be rude to her subscribers. Because she does seem like a smart lady. She's wrote books, okay? She's wrote books. Yeah, I know, cement shoes. I know. I love to chat with everybody, especially people that's got different opinions than I do, because then I'm like, they'll say something, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't think of it that way. That's just the type of person I am. Oh, did Mandy leave? Oh, Mandy, I didn't know that. I didn't see what was going on because I was running my mouth and looking and reading. I'm so sorry, Mandy. Hey, a lot of respect for Mandy. I know, I saw something about Mandy, and then I saw that the message was deleted or something. I was like, oh crap, stuff's going on. Mandy, I apologize. We love you and wouldn't let nobody be mean to you intentionally. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. I think Mandy's one of my channel members. Yeah, Mandy, come back, hon. I'm sorry. Hey, Mandy. Right, so I'm very open-minded because I'm like, anything's possible. If you show me some proof about something, it might change my mind. But even if you don't have proof and you tell me your opinion, I'm going to be like, oh, wow, never thought of it that way. Never thought of it that way. Thank you, Keisha. I just try to, I'm not professional, but, I try to be, like, nice to the other creators and stuff. I knew who that lady was. I was just trying not to say, and I was gonna let her chat, but I can't be going at my loyal subscribers. I got loyalty to them. I can't have that. It's not the way we operate here. And see, a lot of people are not used to that. When we get new people, some people, are not used to coming somewhere where, hey, everybody can give their opinion and they're not going to be attacked for it. See, every time you say something about Chris Watts, it brings trouble. The only reason I shared this is because we do true crime news here. If something's in the true crime news, I'm going to bring it to y'all and discuss it. I've been finding this stuff about Chris Watts and that cellmate just hilarious because the media has made it out like they're lovers. And I'm not a Chris Watts fan. I despise that man. But, the story's bullcrap. It was something innocent. He gave a friend some items from the commissary. Yes, be respectful. That's all I ask. Just be respectful. And look, I'm the type of person, if somebody's got a different opinion than me and I'm in a chat, I don't say nothing to them about their opinion because that's their opinion, you know what I mean? I don't know. I hate that happened, Mandy. I wish I had Mandy's email. I'd email her. Anyways, I'm sorry that happened, guys. Hey, drama comes with Chris Watts, though. I was expecting something this morning because we was talking about Armchair Detective. He's mentioned in this article. And I just want to say, I don't got nothing against these creators. Armchair Detective, Lady Justice Advocate, Miss Mensa, whatever you want. I don't have nothing against nobody. I just have different opinions than them. I don't hate on them or anything. Yeah, if my mods know how I run my chat, if your comments deleted, there's a good reason. There's a good reason. Now, sometimes that happens on accident. And also, Google has been deleting people's comments. Lightfeather, I think me and Lightfeather have some different opinions on some cases. Do you know what? We don't argue about it. She respects my opinion. I respect hers. I'm open-minded. Oh, I knew it was going to be trouble, Verbal. I knew there was going to be this morning. I done, thank you, Michelle. I love your dog, Michelle. No. That's about laughable, saying that someone was bullied on my channel. No, look. Nobody did say nothing back to her, did they, about her opinion? Hold on, guys. Let me open my door back up. since everybody's gone now. Cut my little fireplace heater off. It's hot in here. Hey, it's all right, guys. It's all right. We had a little drama. It's all good. You know, but if you're going to come into my chat, you're going to respect my chatters and you're going to respect my moderators. And now, you know what all this has done? This has made me worry about Mandy not coming back in. Because I love Mandy. She's loyal. Save your drama for your mama. Yeah. She's loyal and she's a nice lady. Anyhow. Oh well. Can't keep talking about Chris Watts in these articles without expecting something, you know. I'll try to get a hold of Mandy later if I can. It's all good. Okay. What else are we going to talk about? Yeah, you tag Chris Watts' name or hashtag it. Oh, Lord. You're going to get some drama sometimes. Hey, that's why I never did do many Chris Watts videos, y'all. Because it just creates problems. People are just so emotionally invested in this case. Burbs, let her know. Yeah, Mandy, she's not immature. Mandy's good peeps. Oh, Mandy, there you are. Oh, Mandy, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what really happened because I was reading. I just saw messages deleted. Yeah, it's safe to come back in, Mandy. I apologize for that. Hey, I said it straight, though, how people, how this chat's read. You know, a lot of people are used to these channels where you can go in and the creator will argue back and forth with you. I'm not one of those creators. I'm just not one of those people. I'm really not going to argue about these true crime cases. I might argue someone over Fotis Dulos. A case that I know just about everything about, but we'll cancel the milk carton ad. Yeah, we was looking for you. That worried me. I don't like my subscribers, feel like they have to leave my chat over to someone that don't even chat with us. The Watts case turned true crime groups on their hands, made people Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. Well, I respect that, Mandy. I respect that. Thank you. But you didn't have to leave, though. Well, people can't figure out, Chris Watts, Shanae was very active on social media, posting videos and stuff. And nobody had anything bad to say about Chris. Very nice, polite, quiet. So, seemed like, the perfect dad and husband. So it just blows people's minds that he killed Shanae and the girls. And I know a lot of people don't think that he did. I think I'm kind of shocked that there are people that don't think Chris killed Shanae and the girls and baby Nico. Sometimes I forget to add Nico in there, but I don't really mean to leave him out. Let's be honest. Well, we love you, Mandy. We don't want you to be upset, hon. To be upset, There ain't no sense in, people acting that way to begin with. Hey, people's going to learn. You're going to come in my chat, you're going to be respectful. If not, you can't stay in chat. I'm the type of person, I'm not that desperate for a subscriber. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid of losing a subscriber. If someone's going to be disrespectful, is what I mean. Of course, I'm grateful for all my good, loyal subscribers. So what I mean. People who think Chris Watts is innocent probably have the intellect of a banana peel. Well, this lady, this Krista Riccello, who goes on Armchair Detectives channel, she thinks Chris is totally innocent. She thinks he didn't kill Shanann, Nico, and the girls. And I'm like, well, who the hell you think did it, lady? Nicole Kester did it on her own? I think there could be more to the Nicole Kessinger story. You know what I mean? She could have known a lot more than what she let on. I don't think investigators interviewed her too good, in my opinion. I think during her interview with investigators, she was very flirty. She acted like she's at a damn Verizon cell phone store, in my opinion. Let's just say Chris is innocent. Why would he admit guilt? I don't know. And, who's to say his second confession is even for real, the truth? Because in his second confession, I could be wrong, but it seems like he said he tried to smother the girls at home. And then went and, he killed Shanann. And then Bella got up and he realized, hey, I didn't kill her. Something like that. Who's to say that's the truth? I tell you what really got me with the Chris Watts story is learning on the second confession when I learned that he killed Bella in front of little Cece. That was his words. They killed him at the oil site. And, how could you do that? How could you do that to your two little girls? One little girl said, oh, please, no, Daddy. Who would do a life sentence for no reason? Absolute nonsense. Yeah. Hey, I still got to start on that Chris Watts book, but I've been trying to look up how to do a book club. I've never done a book club. And I was trying to figure out, do we read the book, then meet up and discuss it? Or do we read the book together at our meetings? I guess we could do it either way. If we have a book club thing, I'm going to do it for all the subscribers, just not members. Keisha says she was there, in her opinion. See, I think my opinion is different from Keisha's, but you know what? I respect her opinion because you know what? Anything's possible. Armchair Detective was right about one thing. Y'all remember before the second confession, and he came out with that video, and he's like, look, there's shadows walking to that truck. And we all, well, at least I did, at that time thought that he had killed the girls at home in their sleep. But no, Armchair Detective was right. There was shadows. The girls did go out to the truck. Oh, I love reporting live from my sofa. Paul, he's such a great guy. At this point, saying Chris didn't do it is just trying to stir up views. Yeah. Well, this lady, this Krista Riccello, I mean, I think she's after fame. She started out by writing Chris. Chris passed the letter on to Dylan. So she gets all buddy with Dylan, becomes his fiance. And I think it's just to stay close to Chris Watts. Because that's who her intended target was. Hey, Michael Head, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Anyways, guys, I think that's our true crime show for today. We've had enough damn excitement. Well, Keisha, I'd love to get you up here and you tell me why you think this. Because I just may be like, wow, yeah, that makes sense, Oh, thank you, Sapphire. I just love all y'all. I respect all of y'all. I really do. Yeah, I got the best chat on YouTube. I've been in a lot of good chats. But I think I've got the best chat. Speaking of good chats, I have been watching Jenna Moon. And today on Wednesday, she does this thing called Wags and Whiskers, where they show different animals that are up for adoptions in different states. And also, you can send in your pet's picture and they will show it after they do, the adoption ones. And this morning, I sent in a picture of Annabelle, my goat, and they showed it up there. Annabelle made her debut on her first live stream. Anyway, let me get Jenna Moon's channel because this is really a great thing that they got going on, and they do this every Wednesday. I'm actually jealous of their idea because it's just such a great idea. Really. It would be cool like to do pet of the week, like on Fridays. I'm doing well, Michael. How are you doing? Oh crap, I thought I got Jenna's link. Let me go back and get her link. I was pretty sure I copied her link. Okay, now I did. Yeah, I like Jenna. Yeah, I never did comment much in there, but I've started commenting last 2 mornings, and I really like her. She seems like a nice lady. Nanya seems like a nice lady. Chat's nice, and they got the same interests as I do about animals and adopting, and they like true crime, all that. I wouldn't mind to collab with her, do like an evening stream. Even a morning stream would be great, just on like a case or something. Well, Michael, I'm glad you're happy today. I'm in a good mood too, even though it's freaking cold here. Like if you're looking, here's what they do. If you're looking for an animal, like in your state to adopt, you can, I think, email Jenna or Samara one, and they will find some animals that are close by and share them that are up for adoption. Yeah, remember, adopt, don't shop. I went to get coffee. Now I'm back. Oh, Max Power, I'm getting ready to end. I'm sorry. Jenna and Nanya are really nice. Yes, they seem really good ladies. Seem like they got some common sense too. There's a lot on here that don't got common sense. I'm just here to tell you, they got college degrees and are not so smart when it comes to common sense. But I'm gonna tell you what, this is the best thing. Her live stream this morning. It's the best thing I've seen on YouTube in a while. Best idea. It's just a wonderful idea. And I think Nanya actually ended up adopting one of the dogs that they found. I may know where little Dachshund, Dachshund, whatever you want to call them, female puppy is to adopt. Anyone that's close to Virginia. My mom's boyfriend that passed away, he had 2 dogs, a boy and a girl, wiener dog. Mom's got the boy, but there's a little girl. She needs a home. Guys, I just don't think I can do it. I got 4 dogs. Why is Chris Watts in jail? He killed his entire family, Michael. He killed Shanann Watts, who was pregnant with their son, and he killed Bella and Celeste Watts, CC Watts. Yeah, he killed his whole family. Oh my gosh, someone who doesn't know the Watts case. Are you trolling me? Or do you really not know? Yeah, it happened in Colorado. Yes, it does help the animal shelters. And guys, if you want to help out the dogs in the shelters this holiday season, those cheap holiday blankets they sell at Walmart, the little couch throws that are like $4. Those make great blankets to buy and donate to the animal shelters. Also, they can use some food and stuff. We donate food every month. A big pack of canned food. Sometimes it's dry food, sometimes both. It's according to what I can afford, I've got so many daggone animals myself. But yeah, please remember the dogs in the shelters this holiday season. Yeah, there's many channels. If you want someone that's covered the Watts case good, you can check out 411 Now, or you can check out Red Rum Media. You're eating lunch. Yeah, I need to eat breakfast still. I've not ate breakfast, so I think I'm going to scramble me up some of my fresh eggs. Have those for breakfast. That's all right, Lisa. I'm getting ready to end anyways. That's all right. Well, guys, y'all have a wonderful day, channel members. I will see y'all tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I will post the Google Meet link in a community post, if you have trouble getting in and it asks you for a code, it shouldn't ask you that, but if it does, it's like the last 7, I believe it's letters of the link. That's what it is. I think it's letters. It's not letters, numbers. It's the last 7 digits. Let's put it that way. And that's how you get in. I think Sapphire couldn't get in last time. It was asking her that. So, yes, Michael Head, go to Netflix and watch the documentary. What was it called? American Murder? Also, Lifetime Movie Network has a movie about it, but it's not that great. But there is some documentaries here on YouTube about it. See you later, Michael. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping in and chatting. I love it when new people stop in, as long as they're nice. Anyways, I will see y'all. I'll see some of y'all later. The rest of y'all, I will see you in the morning, same time, same place. Be safe, be kind, and peace. Remember, adopt, don't shop if you're looking for a pet.